Now this is going to be a lesson in looking at the spot putty or any of your plastic work and seeing if you can see the mistakes before you go to prime, or to see if the spot putty is on good enough. Now I've sanded this whole unit right here, okay, and I want to know if you can see where I made a mistake on purpose, and I'll show you. Remember, we got to run our fingers over it. All right, and these are all low spots. Now what I've done, if you'll notice right here, where this spot putty is feathered out, that's what we want. We want everything feathered. But if you look very closely right over here, right here, you'll see beautiful feather right there, beautiful feather right here. But right on the edge here, that's a straight line right here, straight line. Now, if you rub your finger over that, you'll feel a little bit of an edge. You'll know that that's going to show up big time in the final coat. If you see any edges at all, and right here is a little edge, right? You can see it right there. See where the second coat of spot putty went on? Now that has got to be smoothed out before you put on the next coat, because what'll happen is it'll catch right there. And then I've gone through and put spot putty with my 800 grit and got it down all around through here. Okay, now that's good enough for either the next coat, or if you look right here, this dark gray is the JB Weld, wherever it's dark gray. So that's where it was cracked. The JB Weld, the JB Weld will it will sand like spot putty, but remember, JB Weld is a different. It's an epoxy, and the epoxy has a different consistency, a different, how can I say, material density, a different density, which means you can run the same amount of sandpaper over the JB Weld, the plastic base, and the spot putty, and whatever is softer is going to come off more. So, and actually you can sand your spot putty right off. But what we have to remember, that this is practice, and this is how you get better. The main importance is you have a good teacher. Someone stands behind you and says, yeah, you know, if you just fine tune a little bit more, instead of some asshole standing behind you and going, read the book, read the book, read the book. Well, if I need to read the book, I don't need a prick, worthless teacher like you. All right, all my stuff is hands-on, and if I'm working with a student, it's like, hey, you're doing a great job. We'll just do it some more. I want you to, first thing I want you to do to learn is to relax and have fun, and not feel that you have to perform, or else you're going to get verbally bitch slapped, because that's not the way to teach. The way to teach is a teacher has to look at every student. Every student learns differently, and he has to find that student's learning curve and make him understand the lesson. And if it takes 30 different ways to teach 30 different students, then that's what the teacher has to do. If he needs to be asked 1,000 questions for the student to get the lesson, then that's what he needs to do. But if you get a teacher that's just in there going 9 to 5 and doesn't give a damn about really anything, and every time you ask him a question he snaps at you, or she snaps at you, then they're really not teaching anything. It's worthless. That's why we'll take it slow. These are for all the guys out there that don't have a teacher, can't afford to go to auto body school or DO school, and that would like to learn how to do it in their little shop or backyard somewhere, and learn from an expert. I don't know it all, but I do know what I do know, and my work will really show. This will be painted silver. I don't want to go the 2-part chrome. I might go the 2-part chrome. The 2-part chrome is like this purple here, right here. What you do is you put on a silver base coat, and then you put on a top clear coat to make it shine. But it's a two-part system, and I've never used a silver before. So we're fine-tuning this spot putty, and when I get it to where I think it's close enough to where I can put primer on it and then sand the primer even finer to get my complete look, then I will do that. But we're going to take this ugly broken piece of plastic and turn it into a brand new beautiful piece that VT Cycle sent me. And we continue.